Hello, everyone. I'm Christina. And I was hoping that the sun would be down by now. I even looked it up, but it looks like it is coming through the windows. But I imagine it should be pretty much going down as we get going here. I want to go ahead and just get this out of the way. Ask that you like, subscribe if you feel good about it. Definitely comment. I love those. But be nice. And share the videos wherever possible, all right? I'm really glad to see you guys. And we're still here. But lots of things, as usual, are going on because things are tending to speed up. And I'm getting the idea that not everything you see is really what's going on. I mean, there are just some questions that I have, and I think they're pretty good ones, and we're going to discuss that and more. So, is everybody waiting? Everybody ready to go ahead and get into this? Because I am. Okay, we titled this, it's Escalating. Catastrophic chain of events are beginning to play out, right? Okay, throughout the issues with Russia and Ukraine, though, I just want to say this first. There's just this one word, betrayal, that keeps being conveyed to me by the Holy Spirit. Every time I'm looking, I just feel that there's some element of betrayal going on. And it'll come to the surface soon. I wanted to go ahead and say that first. And I know that Chernobyl is kind of getting to be an old news, like last week's news already. But I wanted to bring up the fact that Chuck Youngbrandt, he's a guy that had visions of the future. He had said that Russia had located all of our nuclear power plants. Okay, so what's happened in Ukraine with Chernobyl could just as easily happen here, especially if all our power goes out and we can't keep our pumps running and we have them all across America. If he has those located, again, this Tootsie Roll, seriously, get down. This would be something to look at anyway, to watch your power plants, to know where they're located. I wanted to bring that up because right now they are talking about things, not just EMPs now. They're talking about super EMPs. I don't even know what that is, but I don't like the sound of it, Super EMP? Really? Okay, good. Tootsie went and lay down for now, I suppose. But boy, he knocked that candle top right to... He's gotten it up anyway. Doesn't matter. Okay, now it's getting so serious, okay, that gas masks started selling out instantaneously, and some companies are already running out of gas masks. That can be a problem. They're also selling out of hazmat suits. We are approaching those days. It's not just something that one person is thinking. It's like not just even one country is thinking. Even the government is thinking it, or else why would they be buying up all the long-term survival food that's open to the public? Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody. Hi, James Motley, Calico 45. What's up? Sunshine, my girl. Hey, it takes a bit to get past the ads before I can hear you. Oh, girl, me. All right, I'll have to go back and see how many they've got going on. Sorry about that, you guys. Hello, Jeff Wildman, Jay Varney, 64, Diana Gillespie, Joe Mata, TNT Rex. Very glad to see all of you here. Tootsie Roll, yeah. And then the other one's Gravy, And Gravy goes with just about anything. Tootsie Roll, he's sweet on the inside and cute packaging on the outside. Many need to wake up. Loved ones are the hardest to get through to. There is so much I want to say. You are so right, Calico. There are just so many people that really just don't get it. They really don't, because they've never seen anything like this before. But they don't realize this is in conjunction with prophecy. This is the last days. This is not something that's normal. The life that we knew, the way that we lived before, that's over. There's new time, new season afoot. Hello, Elective the End Times. Hello, Clarissa. I have YouTube Premium, no ads. That's wonderful. Say my name. You're so funny, Calico. Okay, all right, let's get going. All right. So, yes, people are starting to panic all the way up to the governments. All right. But Democrats blame consumers for having issue with high gas prices, saying that it's just because we're used to cheap gas. They're implying that voters are wrongfully blaming Biden for the problem. But could Democrats be ignoring the fact that other countries don't even want to pick up Biden's phone calls anymore while Biden allegedly grovels at their feet? Think about that. But somehow all of this is our fault. Biden can't be to blame. Oh, no, no, no. He's only put us in perfectly in line with prophecy in 2 years of office. Yeah, no. It's like, oh, but it can't be the person who's supposed to be in charge of all of this. All right. March 11th, Russia disconnected its internet from the world while conducting ongoing cyber attacks on the USA. But now this is interesting, but this is an order from the top, that Russia wants more clips of Tucker Carlson playing to their people. Now, Tucker Carlson tells it like it is, and he even talked about what's going on with Russia versus Biden, and Tucker usually uses his common sense, and I think that was looked at a lot, but also it put things as far as what Russia's doing into a better perspective and light for them. So they seem to like Tucker, okay? But everybody loves Tucker. Everybody loves Tucker. Now, 2 days later, March 13th, the Gulf of Mexico was hit with a 4.6 magnitude quake, and then USGS promptly deleted it off of their map. Do you realize that's 2 quakes in the Gulf of Mexico in 1 month? Last one being a 5 point something on February 10th, and then this one on March 13th. And that was the same day that Russia and Ukraine announced that they want to discuss peace in Jerusalem. Now, we know in prophecy, Russia's going against Jerusalem with other nations, right? Okay, so him wanting to discuss peace in Jerusalem is odd, because they can talk by video, and eventually they did today. So why did they feel or put a ruse out that they needed to speak in Jerusalem? You see what I'm saying? When they could video conference. Really. I think they felt, I feel like they were trying to get near Israel. I think that was really the objective. And how fast did the prime minister jump to allow this to happen inside their own walls without stopping to think? Wait a minute. Russia's been threatening us lately. Why should I just jump up here and say, yeah, come on in. We'll discuss peace. Okay, I'm sitting here going, it wouldn't be me. I'd be like, oh, haven't you ever heard of FaceTime? That's what I would have said, okay? So now y'all keep that over there. But now he just jumped right up. Okay, is it any coincidence that Israel got hit with massive cyber attacks today? So you see, oh yeah, we'll be cool. Let us come to your country, but they're getting hit by cyber attacks. Who do you think that's coming from? Seriously. Military systems go offline, their government websites go offline, and they end up in the highest alert level in Israel today. I don't trust it. Russia can discuss, you don't need to go find a country to discuss peace in. See, that there's just things that just don't make any sense. Let's go check the conversation super fast. Hello, AA Strumming, Kaylin. Left to the end times. No one reported that. It was gone so fast. I should have taken a picture of it. You know, one of them Insta pictures of the screenshot. But I saw it myself. And it was definitely in the Gulf of Mexico, just south. I mean, like, definitely more than halfway going south below Louisiana. There's a camera hog right there. That's gravy. There you go, Todd Smith. Glad to have you. These things are judgment on the United States. Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Mimi Love. There's an apparent planned attack at the Temple Mount for Purim, March 16th. Really? Thank you for letting us know that. That's super important information. For Purim. What, by Russia? I'm going to check that out. Rex, don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, Rex. Hello, Sherry's Kitchen. Welcome. Hello, Off Grid. Good to see you and Adrian. I'm always so happy to see you guys. All right, let's get to it. Where were we? Oh, yes. Okay. So we got this thing going on. We know that we're being threatened in the United States, and it's pretty obvious to me that Israel's on the list, which makes this absolutely prophetic, right? They're getting ready to do some last day stuff here, but okay, it's not just oil and gas being in shortage. We've got that. That's what happened. That's a result of this. Some of the repercussions, and there are going to be more that we don't expect along the way. Watch out. Not just oil and gas are in shortage. Cosmetics like Vaseline, because we're not so worried about makeup per se, okay? But there are certain things like Vaseline that might be affected by shortages like this. And considering the weather and how crazy it is, some kind of Carmex or something is good to keep for your lips. Anything plastic. And, I've heard of all these tire companies having a lot of problems getting tires. And I don't know if that's still going on, but I imagine it is. Epic, stay off my mouse, Gravy. It's wrong mouse. Okay, Epic and Economist warns to watch out for egg and meat shortages. He just came out with that. I'm sitting here going, come on, not my eggs, okay? Russian citizens, they are suffering just as much as we are. But besides their cash shortages, they're going out and buying luxury items like McDonald's and Victoria's Secret before they're gone forever. That's what they consider luxury items. They're having cash shortages, but they're still doing that. And that's strange. And I heard this one guy filled up his entire fridge with a bunch of McDonald's burgers, which is fine because I've seen that McDonald's documentary where them burgers didn't go bad. They looked exactly the same for a long time. All right. Oh, yes. There was an article on companies that are pulling out of Russia, and I'm sure that they are more than aware of it. We've got Volvo, Adidas, Nike, Puma, Airbnb, Budvar, which is a Czech brewer, counts Russia as one of its 5 major markets. So they're going to have a major cut in their income. Carlsberg, Copenhagen-based Danish brewery, suspended its production. Disney, on March 10th, said it would pause all business in Russia, including content and product licensing. Disney Cruises, National Graphic Tours. Some businesses will take time due to legal issues to close down, but it's on their list. Estee Lauder. Who else? H&M. It's a fast fashion chain. IKEA, Nike, Richmond, Sony Interactive, Swatch, TJX Costs, and which owns U.S. chains Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Home Goods. They're going to sell its 25% stake in Russian apparel retailer Familia. Uniqlo, which is an apparel chain. Deere & Company, it's a manufacturer. Ships to Russia and Belarus. The equipment company has been in Russia since 1973. General Electric said suspending operations in Russians other than providing essential medical equipment and supporting existing power services. Honeywell, food and beverage, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Starbucks, Little Caesars, McDonald's, Nestle, Papa John's, Unilever. Musicians, venues, and promoters, AJR, Carnegie Hall, Nick Cave, Green Day, Health. The rock band said it would not be performing 2 scheduled concerts in Russia. Live Nation, Metropolitan Opera, Louis Tomlinson, Youngblood, payment systems and accounting firms. I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but it's Deloitte, Discover, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Moody's, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Visa, MasterCard in America, American Express, Shippers, FedEx, UPS, Western Union, Tech, Alphabet, Apple, Dell, Fortinet, Juniper Networks, Meta, Netflix, Spotify, Trimble, TikTok. Bunch of words, and I think that's the end of the list. That's a lot, and the numbers, the list is just growing. I don't eat McDonald's either. I did when I was a little kid, and it tasted really, really different. It tasted good back in 1980, Got out of the military with my parents. We moved back to Texas from where we were stationed. I'd go spend the night with my grandpa Robertson. And I tell you what, he'd get me up at, I think, 6 a.m. in the morning, take me to McDonald's, gave me the big breakfast, pancakes. And I'm 4 years old. I was digging that. He put extra butter on my eggs, salt and pepper. Oh, my goodness. It was so good. But then years later, all of a sudden, it was like, it was like something was wrong. I just sensed it. I didn't know what it was, but I wouldn't even let my kids go there. I was like, Sure enough, things started coming out later that something ain't right with that food. Hello, Herschel. Welcome. Everything was pretty good. I mean, it had its problems, though, too. It didn't have, like, the DNA things that we have, the DNA science, which has really solved a lot of mysteries. There were things. We had milk carton kids back then, and we figured that none of them would ever be found. We figured, so... But yeah, it was better in a lot of ways. We could ride in the bed of a truck and not have any problems, and we could go mudding and nobody gave us any problems. It was a lot more carefree. I think that we kind of went a little overboard in some cases, took things a little bit far, and the noose is just kind of tightened. But it was definitely more carefree, I think, in the 80s. Hello, Keith Ray. All these companies are New World or Satanist, Luciferian companies. Sorry to say, Russia's better. Okay. It had its original flavor. Yeah, that is a lot, right, Sherry? Okay. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So my question at this point is, if Ukraine is destined to be taken by Russia, then why are weapons? And another thing, why would Ukraine soldiers dress up like they're Russian POWs? And act like Russian POWs. And that's why I'm like, it's like, yeah, I see what's happening. But it's still, I'm like, there's some things that I'm looking at. I'm like, some of these things I keep seeing don't look right. Something smells off. This whole, let us go talk peace in Israel, right in Jerusalem, knowing dang well that Russia wants Israel to concede to the two states. I mean, come on. Right? Oh, yeah, just let me in. Come on, Israel, think. Don't do that. Don't let Satan even put a toe in that door, because he'll blow it open. That's the way he is. Okay? So to top it all off, the United States thinks it's such a big bad boy that it's now warning China not to help Russia or else. Now, we have not just one big country that we're threatening. Now we have two big countries that already have agreements with each other, that both have a similar distaste to the United States, right? But we're threatening China too. Oh, you're gonna get it, okay? We're gonna sanction you to death too. But it's like, really, you keep pushing people in a corner and they got nothing else to lose. It's like, you look at prophecy, what they do here, that's exactly what we're, they're sanctioned, right? To try to blow their economy. So they come here and they take a plunder of our goods, like in Israel. They come in here with a vengeance. And it had to be for a reason. I mean, there's real anger that comes through here when it happens. Okay. But we're threatening both those people. That, again, that's Gog and Magog we're threatening. And we're the country that's on many waters with lots of unwalled villages. And I can tell you right now, we don't have border patrol because they got sent over there too, from what I understood. They just took our border patrol, just sent them abroad. Okay. It's like one big setup. Like they're just asking Russia to come over here, okay, and do what they're about to do. This is like taking a knife to a gunfight, man. It's like Biden can't see that Russia and China are ready to fight on a whole nother level. China personally right now has 51 million of their own citizens quarantined due to alleged spreading illness. Now, if they're going to do that to their own people, how do you think they're feeling about us right now? If they do that to their own people, they got the chance. What do you think? What do you really think? Because Ukraine's closer to Russia than we are. They're more alike. Okay? So China says their answer is they're warning America that we will pay dearly, quote, end quote, pay dearly. While they're busy taking back lands they believe belong to them, like Ukraine and Taiwan, how long is it going to take them to realize how much in debt the U.S. is to them, especially China? We owe so much money to them, and we've got Chinese ports and all that. I mean, really, how big of a step is it for them to, I mean, it's not a big stretch, especially when they're threatening me. They're threatening my people. They're threatening my economy because you know what I'm saying? And it almost feels like Russia did this. They started this whole thing on purpose, knowing the steps that Biden would take so that he could get this whole thing turning. You see what I'm saying? Like he wanted all of this. He anticipated a lot of this. Maybe some things he didn't. But it just feels like a trap, okay? And for some reason, some people are beginning to think that Russia is up to a good thing because neither of us agree with Biden's actions by majority. But there is a failure to realize that Russia is destined for the U.S. And it will be brutal. Russia has closer ties with Ukraine than with us. And in the visions that I've had, they were merciless. Age, down to the youngest, it didn't matter. Merciless, brutal, quick. Don't let your guards down. Just because you agree with some of the things, even if you agree with what they do, they're not looking at us with any kind eyes right now unless you're Tucker Carlson. Okay? All right? Nobody over there is playing right now. War with the U.S. and Israel is being set up. There is a literal setup happening here. And I think all of the players that we're seeing on TV, they're all involved somehow. Like, everything is on purpose. Y'all know what I'm saying? I want to welcome all of you that are here. Did you hear about Elon challenging Putin to a single combat? No, I didn't. Oh, thank you for timing them out. Yeah, we can hide user. Okay, we don't need that kind of nonsense in Jesus' name on this channel. Hello, Tartan Granny. Okay. Hello, hot Serbian. Sovereign Americans did not vote to send all this money to Ukraine to help now win a war. We know Ukraine can't win. Right. What's with all the money being sent over there, right? Jake McIntyre, welcome. The world is a stage. It sure looks like it. Trolls in the house. Well, this must be a good one then, huh? Welcome, Angela. I just wanted to look over some of this because, some of the comments, because I wanted to go ahead and make sure that y'all are looking at this with bigger scopes. Okay, yeah, the Russians may be doing some things that are attractive. But remember, they don't have our best interests in mind. Everything that's being done to them prophetically ends up coming back on us. And I just keep seeing that. And a lot of what I'm seeing in Ukraine, I just feel like it's just getting their feet dipped in about what's going to come over here. Okay, they're getting used to war now. These troops are, and they're not drills anymore. Hello, Angela B. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. Oh my goodness, we did have a troll situation going on. I must be doing good. Watch Gonzalo Lira. He's in Ukraine. His reports are on the money. Okay. All right. It's just insane what in DC is doing. I saw DC. Straight up on fire in a vision. It's that day is coming, right? Oh, yep, McDonald's food. All right, I think we covered everything for now. And just know that I'm always watching. I want to thank you guys for coming. Share the videos, hit like, and subscribe if you haven't before. And you like the channel, if you like what's going on. Y'all have a wonderful night. I got some children to feed and like 3 cats. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. God bless.